sometimes, a hero emerges from the unlikeliest of places. A businessman, a member of the Nazi Party, and a man with a taste for wealth and status, these are not qualities we associate with heroism. Yet, Oskar Schindler became one of the most famous rescuers of the Holocaust, saving over 1,000 Jewish lives. But who was this man, really? And what drove him to risk everything? In today's video, we'll delve deep into Schindler's journey, from his early days to his unexpected transformation into a savior, and his lasting legacy. Oskar Schindler was born on April 28, 1908, in the town of Zwickau, part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Raised in a middle-class Catholic family, he had a comfortable life until economic hardships during his youth introduced him to a world of ambition and opportunity. Schindler was known to be charming, charismatic, and persuasive, traits that would serve him well later. He joined the Nazi Party in 1939, motivated not by ideology but by ambition and profit. He saw business opportunities in the Nazi-occupied regions of Eastern Europe and intended to capitalize on them. At this point, Schindler was the last person anyone would expect to become a protector of human life. After the German invasion of Poland in 1939, Schindler moved to Krakow, where he took over an enamelware factory. His company, Deutsche Emalwarenfabrik, DEF, initially produced kitchenware, then munitions, selling to the German army. But while his initial intent was purely profit-driven, something changed as he got to know his Jewish workers. At this time, Krakow's Jewish population was forced into a ghetto, and their rights and freedoms were stripped away. Schindler employed many Jewish laborers in his factory, initially because they were cheap labor. But as he witnessed the cruelty inflicted on them, he began to protect these individuals in small but increasingly significant ways. Slowly, he started to see his workers not as laborers, but as people whose lives were in grave danger. Oskar Schindler was arrested 3 times during World War II, all on charges linked to Nazi legal violations. His first arrest occurred in late 1941 due to suspicions of black market dealings, leading to an overnight detention before influential Nazi contacts arranged his release. Schindler's second arrest, on April 29, 1942, was for breaking the Nuremberg laws after kissing a Jewish girl on the cheek at his birthday party, an act prohibited by Nazi race laws. He was held for 5 days before his release was secured. In October 1944, Schindler was detained a 3rd time, accused of black market activities and bribing Nazi officials like Amon Goth to improve conditions for Jewish workers in his factory. This arrest lasted nearly a week, and it was linked to an investigation into Goth's own corruption. Despite the accusations, Goth was never convicted on the corruption charges. In 1942, Schindler witnessed the brutal liquidation of the Krakow ghetto. SS troops tore families apart, shot residents, and transported many to Plazow, a forced labor camp led by the sadistic commandant Amon Goth. The cruelty and dehumanization he saw shocked Schindler to his core. This horrific scene marked a turning point. Schindler made a decision: he would protect his workers at all costs. Using his charm and connections, Schindler developed relationships with high-ranking SS officials, bribing them to secure better conditions for his Jewish employees. He worked tirelessly to keep them at his factory and shielded them from deportation, often lying about the essential nature of their work to convince Nazi officials of their value. As the Nazi regime's plans for the final solution intensified, Schindler faced the terrifying reality that his workers were at risk of being sent to death camps. With the help of his Jewish accountant, Itzhak Stern, he compiled a list of over 1,200 essential workers to be transferred to a new factory in Brunlitz, in today's Czech Republic. This list became known as Schindler's List. Schindler also arranged for the transfer of as many as 3,000 Jewish women out of Auschwitz to small textiles plants in the Sudetenland in an effort to increase their chances of surviving the war. At Brunlitz, Schindler's factory became more than a place of work, it became a haven. He even arranged for deliberately faulty munitions to be produced so they couldn't aid the Nazi war effort. Schindler used his entire fortune on bribes and resources to protect his workers, operating the factory at a financial loss to ensure their safety. This decision would ruin him financially, but he didn't hesitate to prioritize human lives over his wealth. by the war's end, Oskar Schindler had saved 1,200 lives. As a member of the Nazi Party and the Abwehr intelligence service, Schindler was in danger of being arrested as a war criminal. Bankier, Stern, and several others prepared a statement he could present to the Americans attesting to his role in saving Jewish lives. When the factory was liberated, Schindler's Jewish workers gifted him a ring inscribed with a line from the Talmud, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire." After the war, however, Schindler faced severe financial hardships as he had spent his entire fortune on bribes and black market purchases of supplies for his workers. He tried and failed to establish businesses in Regensburg and later Munich but did not prosper in post-war Germany, struggling to adapt to peacetime. In 1948 he presented a claim for reimbursement of his wartime expenses to the American Jewish Joint Distribution Committee and received $15,000. He estimated his expenditures at over $1,056,000, including the costs of camp construction, bribes, and black market goods, including food. In 1949, Schindler moved to Argentina, where he initially tried farming chickens and later raising nutria, a type of animal raised for its fur. The venture failed, leading to bankruptcy in 1958. Schindler then returned to Germany, leaving his wife behind, and attempted a series of unsuccessful businesses, including a cement factory. Financially struggling, he declared bankruptcy in 1963 and had a heart attack in 1964, resulting in a month-long hospital stay. Schindler stayed in contact with many of the Jewish people he had helped during the war, who supported him through donations, known as Schindlerjuden, from around the world. Schindler received several honors for his efforts to save Jews during the Holocaust, including the German Order of Merit in 1966. He passed away from liver failure on October 9, 1974, and was buried on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, one of the few Nazi Party members to receive such an honor. In 1993, Schindler and his wife were recognized as righteous among the nations by Israel, a title given to non-Jews who actively helped rescue Jews during the Holocaust. Schindler shares this distinction with only a few other Nazi Party members who took similar actions. Many of Schindler's Jews, as they came to be known, maintained lifelong bonds with him, supporting him as he grew older. Today, his grave in Jerusalem is a testament to his courage, adorned with stones placed by visitors honoring his memory. Oskar Schindler's life is a story of transformation, from an opportunistic businessman to a protector and hero. His story reminds us that heroism can come from unexpected places and that one person's courage can impact countless lives. Despite his flaws and imperfections, Schindler proved that even amidst darkness, humanity can shine through. Today, over 8,000 descendants of Schindler's Jews live because of his courage. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video powerful, please like, subscribe, and share this story with others.